First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who continue to feed the flock diligently, and to the and honors to the hopeful elect Akim, out there doing likewise. Shalom. Now we're gonna just get into something dealing with the times we're in, as usual, because that's our lot. All right, that's the spirit you got to be in. You got to be in the spirit, mainly dealing with prophecy, and being edifying as much as possible. Praying that the Lord make whatever we do edify, because really, in reality, we just ready to get up out of here, man. And that's the essence of this sitting. Basically praying for fewer days, or hastening the day, because in this kingdom, all right, the white man kingdom, if the spirit has rested upon you, then by default, if you will, you're going to be totally in opposition of this kingdom, this society. All right, you're going to have to use this kingdom, not abusing it to get by. But for the most part, you understand what's going on. You understand the magnitude of the scriptures. You understand that there's a kingdom laid up for the elect of Israel, and you praying to be a part of that number. And with that, like in any great thing or any great present, if you will, or gift you're going to receive or you're anticipating, you're going to want to hurry that day along. That's in anything you do. If you got somebody, on a certain date, you got a lump sum of money or something, or you got a car waiting on you, whatever, man. A house. It could be whatever your heart desire. If you got that coming, or it's promised to you, then you're going to hasten that day. Or even the flip side of that, if you're going to be let out of bondage, all right? You could be in jail. And you count down the days, you finna get out or whatever. Or you might be in jail and they tell you, you'll be out of here in 2 hours or whatever, Just any small thing like that, just that anticipation, you're going to hasten that hour, that second, that minute. You're going to hasten that day to come. And that's the spirit you got to be in. Because if you're not in that spirit of hastening a day, all right, and praying for fewer days, that's to your detriment, because the scripture tell you that it's beneficiary for these days to be shortened. It's very beneficiary to you that these days be short. And the analogy I love to bring out concerning this topic is, if you fill up a sink full of water and you let the water out, it starts off slow, but when it gets to the end, going, and you see it circling down the drain, it goes out much faster at the end. And that's the same in the spirit what's going on right now. Everything is speeding up. When you look up, it's 7:30 at 8 o'clock. So I ain't going to continue to rant on. I just want to set the stage for this sitting, all right? And we're going to go right into the scripture. This is 2 Ezra 2:13. Go, and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. All right, so that's the scriptures. All right, it's telling you, go and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. Why? Because unless these days be shortened, you will be destroyed. All right? That's why it's saying pray for few days, that they may be shortened. And in the spirit, that's what we do. All right? These prayers has been going out even before we came into this truth, man. The apostles been praying for fewer days in the spirit. All right? And what's so heavy about the spirit, because the scripture tell you the Lord know even when you grumble and moan, man, what you asking for. So even if none of the apostles or none of the apostles, teachers before them, or even if they didn't say directly, Lord, shorten the days, even when they cried out against this place, that was a form of praying for shorter days. That's why the scripture tell you in Ezekiel 9th chapter 4th verse, those that sigh and cry for the abominations, all right, that's done therein. Because when you sigh and cry and you complain about this place, and when we go out there and stand up out on the highways and hedges and proclaim the downfall of this place, that's a form of praying for shorter days. You see? Now this is the book of 2 Peter 3:12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So that's talking about the nuclear missiles, the seventh horn, all right, the Salaki, the seventh trumpet, all right, the complete destruction. But the first line, looking for and hastening unto the coming day of our power, which is Yahushua, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, through his son. You're supposed to be looking for and hastening into that day, all right? And what I did, I looked up that word hastening here in the blue letter. All right? Looking for and hastening into the coming day, all right? And that word hastening, Strong's G4692, all right? And it's the Greek words speedo, speedo, and it's to haste, make haste. And the second one is the one, to desire earnestly. So when you hasten the day, that means you desiring that day, man. That's you waiting on that present, that gift, man. When you desire, you desiring the kingdom, man. That's a form of hastening the day, and that only comes with wisdom. That only comes with the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, if you will. That's why Yahushua said the kingdom is within you. That only comes with the knowledge of the kingdom. How could you hasten something unless you know of it? All right? So when you come into this truth, man, and you get grounded, and you hasten that day, man. Right? This is Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So yeah, that's why the Lord told us to pray for short days, because unless those days be shortened, there won't be no flesh remain to be delivered. So the Lord Yahweh, through his son Yahushua, designed us, all right, with the body, and he designed us at this very time and this very moment to hasten the day. He designed us to pray for that, so he can do it for our sake. So with that, I hope you was edified, and your brothers keep watch and look forward and hasten and pray for a few days. All right, Shalom.